Hello everyone, La13 Scale here, also known as Scale, and welcome back to more Slay the Princess. So, I think I realized where I screwed up. So we're already in a better spot here. So let's just go on to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path.
I was overlooking an entire, like, pathway. And it's funny, because I literally just talked about it, but I have to do it in this run if I'm going to do the beast.
Entirely bare.
We don't take the blade. Because we have to betray her while we're freeing her. It's the one that I was talking about.
You must...
Hold on, let's talk first.
Okay.
Is it gonna let me examine the chains? What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
Before responding, she doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do.
Yeah.
She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you...
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
Yeah.
It's not like you'd believe me.
Okay. What
That
if
seems
we...
like a pretty good compromise.
So you weren't kidding on the stairs?
Leaving her alive, so I'm the only one who liked that.
One way or another? But if you don't...
Wait, okay, I don't think I picked the right thing. Let's get you out of here.
You can't be serious.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
Did we get enough?
I think you're doing the right thing.
Or do we have enough doubt
You walk up
about
to the
killing her?
chains binding the princess to the wall and
Give him a
they're
tug.
large and heavy. Far too solid.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of...
You have any
Maybe there's some way
ideas?
to break... Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with all...
Okay.
If we were stuck down here long enough, you attempt
So we
to
get
make
him,
someone
it's
else
locked.
here.
Return to the bottom of the steps. Oh no,
You
I
make
need
your
to
way
try
to
the
bottom
door.
of the stairs. This would
Don't
have
I?
been so much easier if you'd just taken... Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic rising.
Okay, are they gonna
Just
throw
get out
the
of
thing
these
down?
chains, I know.
She barely hesitates before raising as she rips her flesh
There we
from her
go.
bone.
Okay, this is what I
The
wanted.
sound comes from behind. It's the blade from
We
upstairs.
grabbed the blade, yeah.
You're not sure how it made its way down. Or we could... You won't like what...
Slay the princess is the only option now. We can't save her.
Without hesitation...
I'm sorry.
Bring the blade down.
I'm sorry.
Plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
Oh.
The wound drives her to the ground.
Oh.
Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
God, well, I mean, lying is a
Princess
little...
pushes away
Yeah,
from me,
okay.
the motion ripping the blade from her back.
Oh.
Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
We got this.
You've made a terrible
We need to
enemy,
die.
And there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
It's okay.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
Yeah.
It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing
But
she
because
can
we
do to hurt
believe
you.
that she's not...
I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your
There we
blade to
go.
deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity
This is what I
she
wanted.
used to tear at her arm. Your blade
Oof.
cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to
And
the
we
ground.
keep fighting.
Your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
I'm glad you're on that side. Okay, slay the
Though
princess.
your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back.
And we just have to die somehow.
You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Do I give up? I don't know. Okay, either flee from the beast or strike back. Okay. Well, no, that's not even it. That's for a later thing. I don't... Okay. I guess... we give up? Right? That sounds right. Yeah. I guess, yeah. Alright. We give up?
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still
animalistic
alive,
there.
nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out.
I think we did this
We
right.
can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a
Aww.
friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
I'm sorry. I need all perspectives.
This is the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
And I hopefully did this right. Yeah, the beast. Cool. Okay, so blade or no blade doesn't matter.
You're on
We
a
either flee
path
from her
in the
or we
woods.
go back. Okay.
And at the end of that path, you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She
Yeah,
will cheat,
yeah.
And she will do everything. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Ooh.
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's caught.
Because we never saw this number
She
2.
could have gotten
Oh,
out of
yeah,
here
that's
whenever
right.
She wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
Whatever.
Maybe.
Proceed to the cabin. Because even if we don't get the chapter 3, then this is still a win because we haven't seen this chapter 2 before.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a
Interesting.
pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. I guess we approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
Yeah, there's a mirror.
It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we...
Wipe it clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
It's fine.
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone.
I'm going to enter the basement without the
No
blade
steel
again.
claw.
Yeah.
Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk.
I want to
Guess
die.
We'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Because she'll hopefully kill us?
The
Or
door
we
to the
fight
basement
back.
creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes.
Interesting.
The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet,
Huh.
as if you're descending into a jungle.
I like that.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Eh.
She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
Oh, good.
She sounds almost feral.
She is.
Or maybe eager.
Or both.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp
Ooh.
earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness.
I love it.
The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
She could.
You see only
And
a
now
flash of the
she is
princess
anywhere.
before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She's certainly not just a princess.
Yeah.
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear
I see
between
her.
the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're
Fledgling.
right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
A
Ooh.
shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Okay, hold on. We saved this. Because we got to the beast, which is what I wanted. But in order to get to it, let's see here. Do I move? Because I just need to die and not let her out, right? Move.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct.
Ooh.
As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant,
There
she
she
pounced
is.
from the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across
She's a
the floor
dragon?
behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
Ooh.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape.
Okay.
Shit. What do we do?
What do you want? We don't have to kill each other. What if I helped you? Stop hiding and
If
show
you want to
yourself.
see me, you should get better at seeing.
Oh, crap.
She
Alright.
knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to.
It says flee the beast or strike back. Doesn't really matter which of those two. Alright. I'll keep that save from earlier. We run for
She's
the stairs.
Right there. We have to wait for an opening. That's fair.
Doesn't matter.
She'll kill us if we try and run past her.
Doesn't matter. Just run. What do you
I
want?
want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
So I guess I can't face her because I don't have the blade.
Don't ask her what she wants. Just run for the blade upstairs and slay her with it. Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful.
He is the narrator.
She's just a princess. Don't overthink it. She's clearly not. She's calling for another strike. Be somewhere. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
I'm gonna stand still. I'm gonna let her kill me. Because all that matters is that we don't let her be free, so...
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous, the princess, lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
Perfect. That's what I
guess
wanted.
That's it then, isn't it?
For this run.
Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
What?
You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip.
Did I
Your
screw up?
hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you.
Do I give up?
Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time. The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
Yeah.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
Huh.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess...
Well, good, so she can't leave.
Her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
Just accept it.
You don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there.
Yeah.
So I consumed your dead heart.
Huh.
And I carried it in my throat. And I draped what was left of you on my back. And I threw myself against that door.
Huh.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you. And through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining.
So she has my heart?
And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her.
Weird.
Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Interesting.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards. The distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone.
Huh.
And I was here. A new enclosure. A nicer cage. But still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Huh.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something.
How do I die?
We have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
Wait for death? Can you talk to the cabin?
I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
Huh.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
That's fine. Ooh. What is that? Oh, that's part of my lipstick.
The cage is still locked.
Well, yeah, because you ate the key.
Way out of this. We are drowning in death.
Huh.
There's no more space for words.
This place is really interesting. Could have asked me before swallowing me alive. You need me to want to free you, don't you? You can't force me to let you be here. I guess we could just wait. Wait for death.
Bad. This is a bad thing to do.
Yeah, I know, but at least it gets us chapter 3.
Your will dissolves along with your flesh. You let go and pathetically await your death, every burning second dragging on until you're reduced to a wet pile of bone and gristle.
That's
You'll
fine.
do better next time.
Your vision finally begins to
So
blur.
now can I let
your
her
eyes
out?
clouding over as they melt in their sockets.
Ooh.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yep. But we do get the chapter 3, which is all that matters. I think. Is this the new one?
We are a path in the woods.
Crap. That's not it.
We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching
That's
us
not it.
from just beyond our edge.
Because we've done this. Yes. So it literally just says then, flee from the beast.
You lunge for solid, picking a direction on instinct.
So we've done that. Run for the
She's
stairs. I'm starting to believe that's true.
You've given up the game. Great. All that will do is hasten her victory.
So many useless thoughts run through your head. Thinking, thinking, thinking. You'll never hurt me if you keep thinking.
Okay.
I want to swallow you.
Don't ask her what. Is that all the advice? She's just a. She's clear. She's quite.
Okay, so. Survive?
Patch of jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
Okay. Flee the beast or strike back.
Yes.
So we run for the steps?
Right, I agree. We can't do anything without a weapon. We can regroup once we're armed and try to figure out a better plan. Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive.
Okay.
As you turn to sprint for the stairs, you feel the air shift. You instinctively glance behind you just in time to see the princess lunge from the shadows, more unhinged and dripping, eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower.
Damn it, I'm devoured.
Guess that's it then. Unfortunately for you, no. You are in a dark
Okay.
and cornered.
So, do I bite and claw my way out?
Like the cornered animal you are, you tear against the thick membranes of
Yeah,
your
because I
stomach
just
with
can't let
every
her
part
out.
of you that can be made sharp. Nails, claws, teeth, hands.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle.
The cage
Yeah.
is still...
Claw and bite.
Again you tear, heart pumping with adrenaline, your ulcerating hands a blur of feverish motion fueled by the desperation to fight against being reduced to lifeless molecules and meat.
Oh.
As the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
Claw and bite.
Your energy is fading, but you can hear her heart thumping somewhere close. There's so little of you left. Your fingers reduced to bone, your nerves bare.
I hope
and
this is what I
screaming,
needed.
The acid pooling around you now a soup of your skin and meat. You are a spark of will driving a melted corpse.
Did I get it?
But will can never truly exceed the limits of the flesh. Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets.
I don't know if this was good.
In this
I don't know if I did it.
stew of flesh and slippery organs is finally too foul to breathe, and your lungs mercifully give out before you have to suffer another burning, liquefying moment. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, I died. Am I part of the wild net? Fuck. Oh, I don't still know if I'm doing this right. Hold on.
We are a
Load. I need to successfully flee from her. Not get eaten.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction off.
Okay. Run for the
She's-
stairs.
Oh, for the love of...
I don't care about that. You're
And
deflecting.
You bear your weakness to the world.
She's coiling for another strike. We're on the back
Be somewhere
foot. The
else.
back foot keeps us... It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive. If
Survive. Okay.
Barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
If you want to see...
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself.
What do you want?
Don't ask her what she... Is that all the advice you have? She's just... She is
Okay.
Flee. We can't keep
Prickling
doing
at the
this.
neck. Stay alive. We don't run for the stairs. We keep
Maybe she's a little
avoiding.
faster. You avoid her slavering jaws, but she manages to graze you, her titanic momentum skinning you along your side.
Ooh.
It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You're bleeding now.
You instinctively touch your side, testing her claim. It's wet and stings from the gentle touch of your fingertips. A costly mistake. We can't make it again.
All
we
right.
will make it again unless something changes. We have to break the pattern. We need more time. She's cutting off our escape.
Yeah.
Our game is nearing its end.
Why do you want to kill me?
Anything else? She needs to.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
It sounds like she wants to do something even worse. What she wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen. She's more tense this time.
Huh.
She means this next blow to be the last. The mere thought of moving again makes your bloodied side ache. We're exhausted. We're bleeding. We're still alive.
Yeah.
We owe it to ourselves to move.
Again.
Once again, you narrowly avoid the full force of the impact, and once again you are too slow to come away unscathed. You're starting to get tired. You're making mistakes.
Am I doing this right?
This isn't working. We have to do something. We have to figure out a plan. Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive. We're trying, but we can't keep this up much longer.
Because I can't get
We have
devoured.
to. We keep up or we die.
We need to die but not be devoured.
You're getting slow.
She seizes the opportunity,
Oh.
lunging once again from the darkness, fangs bared and claws flashing. She attacks over and over and over, and each time she leaves with a little piece of you.
Well, that's
It's hard to
something.
think, but we have to think. We have
need to react.
move. It's too late. Before you get the chance to react, it's over. She makes her last foray from the dark corners of the room, unhinging her dripping maw, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. You do your best to dive out of the way, and you partially succeed.
Can I die now?
Partially? Yes. The princess fails to swallow you
Thank
whole.
you.
She only swallows your lower body.
I'm okay with that.
That's just as bad. That's worse, even.
I don't
It's
know.
death either way. At least this will be a faster end. You look down to see that the dirt between you is strewn with your intestines, trailing all the way up and disappearing behind her blood-stained teeth. Your legs are nowhere to be seen. You start to go into shock.
Good, good, good. Can I die now?
The princess, bloody saliva dripping from her lips, idly gnaws on what's left of you as you rapidly fade away.
Thank
I
God.
didn't mean to do that. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
We're not dead, we're
Dead.
But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark.
And you die.
And you die.
Please, please, please not be the wild. Thank you, the dead. This is what we needed. God, that was difficult.
You're on a path.
Because the wild
That
kept
didn't
getting in the
work.
way.
We're going in with a plan.
Ooh,
this
it's a
time.
jungle.
We're not getting stuck in another loop, just acting on instinct. We're stuck in a big enough loop as it is.
Alright, we save this. Yeah. Because we got what we wanted.
Instinct was keeping us alive until it wasn't. So what
Thank
are
you,
we
Skeptic.
supposed to do? Great. So you've been here before.
A few times.
That doesn't bode
It's
well.
fine.
You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done. So you know more than you're letting on. Yeah, what he said.
Yeah.
Of course I do, but believe me, it's in your best interests. The more you know about the princess, the more difficult your task will be. And why is that?
Yeah, really.
Having me explain why would defeat the whole purpose.
I honestly
There are
would like to
simply
see you
some
do
things
so,
I'm
but...
not allowed to tell you. It's a hard rule. And whose
It's
rule
fine.
is it? Who's telling you to boss us around?
Yeah, really.
We've died twice already, and if you want us to stay alive this time, it's
Huh.
in your best interests to give us an edge.
I agree with him. I like Skeptic.
My rule, and this conversation is over.
Ugh, then we're not doing what you tell us. Alright. Proceed to the cabin.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do. So, we need a plan. We've been over the plan. Goad her out of the shadows. Make her show herself.
Yeah.
If she doesn't want to be seen, we'll figure out a way to make it happen. And if that doesn't make her any easier to fight, it will. It's always easier to fight what you can see. No matter how big or toothy she might be, she spent as much time as she could in the shadows. So we're gonna draw her out. But
I
she's
do want to try to
fast.
get her out of here without
She's
killing her.
clever. We're clever too. So this
I'm
time
gonna save it before we get the blade, because we're not gonna do it
ourselves. It'll be a lot easier to deal with her once we can actually see what she is. But you already know what she is. She's a princess.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, right. A princess we couldn't see, and one that had big, sharp teeth too. How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing our job?
Yeah.
Sharp teeth.
Yes. All right. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all.
Yeah.
The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump. A pristine blade embedded in its exposed ring. The blade is your implement.
Okay. Do we take it?
That damn mirror's back, and of course he's not saying anything about it. Why is it following us?
Yeah, that's a good point. It does.
There is no mirror. It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us.
Yeah, he can't see
Feel
it.
the wind. It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us. Then either
Interesting.
way, we need to investigate. Might as well get started.
All right. So this is where we need to save it, because we are not going to take the blade, and we're going to see if we can goad her into the outside.
You really think being unarmed is best?
Hey.
I hope you know what you're doing. But let's not forget that it's up here if things go south.
Yeah. And I have a save state to go back
Steel
to.
claw makes us sloppy, too confident. We'll be faster without it.
I agree with that.
You step
That's my
forward,
plan.
approaching the small hole that leads to the basement.
There's the blade.
Hesitating before you enter the princess's lair. Haven't you been paying attention? We're not hesitating. This supposed hole is blocked by that old mirror. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually.
It's
it went away
fine.
after we reached out to it last time. Might as well try wiping it clean again. What's the harm?
Wipe it clean.
Reach forward and wave your hand over the open hole leading to the basement. See? Nothing.
Yep, it's
Tricks of
gone.
the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own.
Yeah, that's true.
Step forward into the darkness. If there were once
Oh, that's a
stairs
hole.
leading
That
into
is
the
definitely a
basement,
hole.
there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There
Okay.
is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend.
Let's go.
Smells of mold and decay. The damp walls
Oh.
leave streaks of dirt along
does
your
smell.
body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
No, this is her
Crawl
den.
forward
She
on
likes
hands
it.
and knees. You're met only with the sounds of ambient earth.
So this is a tunnel
No
now in this
voice
case.
slinks
Instead of a
confidently up
down,
the
it's a
stairs.
forward
No
tunnel.
entity threatens violence or
Okay.
pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
That's a good idea. Stay nothing and go down the
You say
stairs.
nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement
We
is
survive.
dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light
No.
here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed.
Yep,
Stay on
and
your
she's looking
toes.
at us.
We take a step into the shadows, and as soon as she moves, we jump back, make her follow. From there, we trap her in the tunnel, draw her out of the cabin, whatever it takes to get her out of her element. Then we're safe.
Yep. Step in the shadows and try to lure her out.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds
Come
in
on,
your chest,
let's
ears
do this.
pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement.
You gotta trust more than just sight.
That's right. Keep steady. Don't let your nerves get the better of you. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows.
Okay.
But you've already started your swift escape.
It's good, good, good,
That's
good.
Stage 1. Now stay focused.
Get there.
You dive into the tunnel and begin
Come on.
scrambling up towards the cabin. You hear her behind you, claws raking at the dirt, chains rattling, then snapping, breaths hot and heavy with the effort of the ascent.
Ooh.
But the sounds are coming slower now. The breaths
Successfully
faint
flee the
and
creature
stuttering.
from its den.
You no longer sense frantic motion behind you in the tunnel. You risk a glance.
Is she coming?
She is a broad and sickly creature. Her withered and emaciated flesh
Ooh.
clinging to bones too large to fit in the narrow space. She managed to squirm her way into the tunnel in pursuit, but now she's stuck, incapable of either moving towards you or returning to the open darkness of the basement below.
Ooh, so we have to pull her out.
So that's what she's become. She wasn't like this when we started. Was she?
No, she wasn't. Thanks, skeptic.
Looking at her makes me feel sad.
Can we free the beast?
Yeah.
She's
Now
gorgeous.
that we can see her, she doesn't feel like much of a threat at all.
Nope.
She paws futilely at the air between you, but her shoulders are pinned in the narrow confines of the opening. She has no hope of reaching you.
Can we get her out?
She realizes this. Her arm goes limp, flopping to the dirt floor of the tunnel.
Can we get her out? Oh,
Her
she has
eyes
claws like
fall
us
from
now.
yours.
They're drawn similar.
Her eyes look up at yours,
Oh,
Why?
look at her.
pleading. Come back. You can imagine them saying, "Don't leave me here." But you shouldn't listen to the sad eyes of a vanquished enemy. She wants nothing more than to change places with you.
I mean, yes, but look at those eyes. We should help her.
If you want us to ignore her, then why would you tell us any of that wide-pleasing eyes begging for mercy business to begin with?
Yeah.
What it does is make us feel conflicted. I'm merely describing things as they are. It's not my fault that her eyes had something to say, even if that something was a ploy, which, if I might stress, I pointed out to you.
Yeah, I don't care.
What should we do about her anyway? Can she still end the world like this? She hurts. We should help.
I want to help.
Now, let's think for a second. Let's reevaluate. Should we help her?
I mean, it's not wise, but I want to.
Well, I do feel bad looking at her. There's no way to get close without being in reach of those claws. We've come this far, but can we trust a creature that until a few short moments ago fully intended to eat us?
So, now we're on the flip side of this, right? Where we had, she had to trust us to give us the blade. We have to trust her to free her, I guess, in this case.
What an excellent question with an equally excellent answer. No, you should not help her. She's clearly just waiting for you to drop your guard. And beyond that, you do well to remember
No,
that she
I think-
poses a threat
Yeah,
to
but-
reality itself.
I don't care about that.
She is stuck, and you abandoned a perfectly usable weapon right behind you. How about you turn around, get the blade, and end this once and for all?
No, I want to save the Act 3 hers every chance I get. Approach
What
her.
are you doing? We could all just turn around and be done. What's your game?
I want to offer
You and I
empathy
both know there's
to
no
every single
game.
one.
He's made a bad choice.
Shush.
As you draw near, she readies her claws, raising them to strike. Don't flinch. Show her our resolve.
Trust the hunted on this. Offer your hand.
You reach forward, offering the princess your hand. How ridiculous. She was about to kill you.
Because the cabin
You
won't let
really
her
think
out.
Getting stuck in a tunnel for less than a minute has fundamentally changed her.
The cabin doesn't let her leave unless I offer to let her leave.
Yes, she's a victim of her own nature, just like we are. If all she wanted was to kill us, she'd have kept trying. But she's hesitating, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, she is. Her eyes shift from faux ferocity to confusion to a gentle sadness. She lowers her claw and places it in your hand.
Her claws are so much bigger than mine.
Do you think we can pull her out of there?
I think we should.
We have to try.
I keep
It's
doing
a
this
bad
at moments
death
for
being
some
stuck
good
in
potential
place.
thumbnails.
And what if it doesn't
I don't know which one
work?
I'm going to pick
What
yet.
if we have to trust someone else eventually?
Yeah.
It's either him or her. And I know you don't trust him.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't even trust the rest of you. But that doesn't mean we have to go around pulling bloodthirsty monsters out of perfectly good traps. But
It's
we
fine.
haven't seen what happens if we help her. Doesn't that mean it's worth exploring?
Yeah.
I can't argue with that.
Nah, see? There you go.
All right. Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll finally get some answers.
Pull her free.
You tug, but the princess remains stuck. What a shame that the bones of her massive form are too large to fit through the narrow tunnel.
Uh-huh.
Keep pulling. All he has are empty words. He can't undermine us if we
And because we
listen.
don't believe that that is true, we can free her.
You are all infuriating to work with. But fine, you continue to pull on the princess's arm and she starts to budge. She pushes with her back legs, clawing at the earth, a burst of strength aiding your efforts. The dirt and stone start to crumble around her. That's the spirit. Keep going. Yes, quickly, before the whole tunnel comes down on top of us.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Wouldn't that be an interesting development? What if the very nature of this tunnel was such that you were incapable of leaving safely with the princess? How devious.
You're awful.
Does it collapse? Yes, it does. As you pull the princess free, the tunnel around you does exactly what you thought it might do. It falls apart. Trapped. No, we have to get out. We have to get out.
Maybe she'll help us.
It's too late to scramble for freedom now, little voice. You didn't think just pulling her out of there would be consequence-free, did you? Well, the ceiling collapses. Heavy stones tumbling down on top of you and the princess, and I don't believe it. Let me guess. Everything goes dark, and we die.
No, she saves us.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
You open your eyes to see the princess, her body stretched over yours, her face wincing as she shields you from the heavy rocks and debris. There is space enough for you to move, at least for now.
Save her.
I'll be damned. So there's more to her after all.
Save her.
The pack is always
Save her.
stronger
Yes.
than the lone hunter. We save
Yeah.
her, she saves us. She understands.
Yes. Oh god, there was a post that I read online a long time ago about the first sign of a developed civilization. And it's not anything that you would think, you know, with like calendars or tools or any of that. No, it's a mended bone. Because out in the wild like this, a mended bone means that you're dead, because, you know, or a broken bone means that you die because you can't survive. So by having someone else take care of you while the bone is broken until it heals properly to be able to be useful, that's the sign. It's the camaraderie.
Well, we can't keep saving each other forever.
Yeah.
Her arms are already starting to give out, and there's a whole mountain of earth on top of her, just waiting to bury you both.
What do we do?
We can always dig. Both of us.
Oh,
It beats suffocating to death down here in the dark.
I agree.
Then let's do it.
Dig together through the earth. Yes, do it.
You and the princess dig through the loose earth of the collapsed tunnel together.
Aww.
How sweet. But it seems the harder you try to claw your way forward, the denser the path becomes. All of this effort, and for what? A chance to end the world? I hope you fail.
No, we
These
get her out
words
of
are
here.
Nothing. Pay attention to what you feel and see.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter if you ignore me, because I'm just telling you what's happening. And what's happening is that you and the princess are getting tired, and your mouths are full of dirt, and it's getting harder to breathe.
That's fine.
Harder to breathe is still breathing.
Yeah, it is.
Well, either way, the two of you are miserable. I don't
That's
know.
fine.
I feel like we're forming a bond with her. Can't be all that bad if we're bonding.
I agree.
She's not capable of bonding. Need I remind you that as soon as she saw you, she tried to eat you?
It's
You
fine.
are not friends. And as soon as you're out, you'll see just how seriously she values your life. If you were so sure you were going to fail, you wouldn't sound so desperate.
Yeah,
You're just
he's right.
hot air. There's nothing of substance to you at all, is there?
Oh my god. Yeah, because this whole thing is the shackles that he puts on us to make us believe one thing or another. There isn't a cabin. There isn't a princess. There isn't a pristine blade. Just because he tells us those things is why they're there. That's proven by us continuing to choose to walk away. It's brilliant.
I have plenty of
No, you
substance.
don't.
I have feelings.
You
and
only have the power we
desires.
willingly give to
But like
you
my desire
as
to
a
save
god.
everyone in the world, I feel
that
bad
we
for
as
this
gods
boy.
give to you.
Do you smell it? Fresh air.
Claw your way to freedom.
With one final massive heave of her body, the princess
What is
pushes
she?
her way out of the tunnel,
Because she has
leaving you
claws and a
behind
tail.
in the quickly collapsing space you once shared. Yours was an alliance of convenience, just as I predicted. She has left you to die, buried and alone.
But at least she gets out.
You are unbelievably petty.
Yeah.
All my pettiness is nothing compared to yours. You were delighting in my suffering.
He shifted into a beast himself.
Just moments ago. She hasn't left. She's coming back. Don't you hear her? No, she's... How many times do you have to be wrong before you stop talking? The princess
she grabs us out.
To you from the opening. Before the tunnel can finish sealing itself, she cranes her elongated neck and gently plucks you from the earth.
Good.
She carries you across the half-collapsed ruin that was a cabin, carefully setting you down by the door.
Thank you.
If there were to be a record, let it show that I tried. I really...
You did.
Really
You tried really hard.
But there won't be a record, will there?
Funny you should mention that. Here's the whole record of everything that we've done this playthrough. Not just... Yeah, like, of everything that we've done on this run. So yeah, there is a record. Open the door and step into the wilds with her.
You open the door, the two of you stepping out into the fresh air and collapsing together onto the dewy grass of the outside world.
Oh, and he's getting quiet. She has multiple arms. Look at that. You've got claws here. You've got the face of a lion, but the jackalope kind of antlers. A second set of arms that are more like a lion's. And then we saw that, okay, she's got wings as well. And we saw that she has more claws like this and a tail. She's intriguing.
We're outside, and there's ground beneath our feet. I don't see any oblivion. Admit it. There never was an end of the world coming, was there?
Oh, no, there was. He wasn't wrong about that. He does not reply.
We got him there, didn't we? I don't think I've ever seen him stunned into silence before. Can't you feel the hole where he was? He's gone.
Yeah, he is.
Can't see that. I'm not sure gone is good.
Yeah. We got you. The princess rests her head close to you. Her eyes stare into yours, the untextured threads of a world unraveled. Are we free? They ask. I'm cold. I don't want to be cold. It's okay. You're home. We're safe. And now we go to the mirror. You don't have the opportunity to respond, nor will you ever.
She's gone.
Time to leave, and memory returns.
Where did she go?
Form
try
an
and find
unlikely alliance in the dark den. That's a hard one to get. Ooh.
And there's that mirror again.
It's okay. Don't worry about the mirror. You're always afraid of it, but it's fine. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. That thing reeks of death.
It's
You're right.
fine. Oh, you're back.
Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back.
Fear.
Fear.
Voices feel small and distant as you approach. Silence reaches forward and they're gone. It's always time to leave. And now there's nothing. But that's not true. I'm seeing the long quiet. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing.
I think you know what I am.
Yep, you're the narrator. I don't have any more questions to ask you at this point. I wasn't supposed to see all this.
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this.
Ah.
This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
I don't want to. Not in this case. You've heard enough. You already know what you are. You are the long quiet. A vast, incessant god. It's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Yeah, bring the den to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. I want to know what you thought of the last vessel, though. Yeah, you're all of these things. I'm long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. What happens now?
The passive player.
Yep.
Always.
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning.
Yeah. So that'll change though once we get all of the perspectives. Okay. I think it's time for us to leave.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to
For yourself. And we go. I don't need to slay her this time. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel the sensation in your limbs as you once couldn't fathom. Everything is here except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning on a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled, bound in agonized tension on an infinite plane. You feel the glass of your cage pressing on you, confining you across to infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Aw, take her hand. And we leave. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. And we're free. Isn't it wonderful as we break the entire universe? The confines of the game, the everything. You are free and she's with you. Yes, it is. There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. Step into it. And we beat it. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each containing 1,000 more. You exist, you are aware, as you always have been and just as you always will be, through conflict in your own nature, and the two of you will never be alone. And the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. And we beat that Pristine. Yeah. Okay. So now... Yeah. I didn't see the fire one. That's fine. Return to the main menu. So now... Yeah, the den. Oh my god, she's so cute. Ah. Alright. So we have 3 more endings to see. Which, according to my list, because I can take the den off of here, these should be easier to get. Well, okay, because we've never gotten this, so that's going to be a little rough, but... What we've got left, because we did the beast, so we need to get the tower. So, to do that, it's the same as getting to the adversary. But then we need to give up or believe that she can slay us, but not hiding a weapon. So... And then we try to kill her. So we talk to her. We get to the squinting parts. Try to kill her, give up, and kill myself. Blade, resist, and then slay yourself after. Princess and the Dragon grab the blade, kill her without thinking about it, go back in, let her possess me, then kill myself. And we were most of the way there, but we chose to leave. But now we get to see this for ourselves. And then the Wraith, doesn't matter. We choose to lock her away, but we need to take the blade so that we can kill the nightmare when we're down there. So, like, that's all pretty... It looks like that'll be easy. I don't know how, like, real that'll be, but once we get those last 3 perspectives, I think we'll get to see the new ending. I hope. But that's all the time that we've got for today. I know it's been a long one, but that's because we've had a new chapter 2. So yeah. In the meantime, take care, everybody.